Good morning, BNI. Jeremy Brown here with another education moment. And when I say another, it's actually an old education moment. This is one that I recorded when my chapter was meeting in person for a little while, over a year ago. So the last time I was the education coordinator. And I recorded that with the intention of uploading it to my YouTube playlist. And that never happened. And it's kind of interesting now that it played out that way, given the subject matter of the video, which I'm about to show you. And as I'm watching the video, realizing that there are faces and voices in the audience that are no longer in my chapter. So with that, let's go back in time to June of 2024 on my presentation on benign neglect. So I want to start today's education moment with a pop quiz. And don't worry, it's going to be easy. What happens to a bodybuilder's muscles if they stop working out? They go away, right? Yeah, they go away. What happens to plants in a garden if the gardener stops tending to the plants? They go away. What happens to your teeth if you don't brush them? They go away, right? The same thing happens to your relationships. Those people, if you don't keep up those relationships with them, they go away. If you think back to your circle of friends in high school, I'm sure several of them have kind of just drifted off. You've lost contact with them. And I'm not talking about the toxic and abusive people that we intentionally left behind. I'm talking about the people that you actually liked, but because maybe they went away to college in another state, or you got married or had kids or whatever. Something in life changed your priorities, changed your focus, and the two of you simply drifted apart. So there's actually a term for this when you put someone or something to the back of your mind to make room for something new or someone new to enter it. It's called benign neglect, okay? And so BNI is very helpful in helping us prevent benign neglect with our own chapter members, by encouraging us to attend our weekly meeting, to do our one-to-ones, to do our in-person socials, things like that. But you can also apply those same principles in your personal life, in your professional life. And it can be as simple as just blocking off some time on your calendar every week to pick up the phone and call somebody, right? To make those intentional efforts to reignite, to reestablish a relationship or to build a relationship with someone. And I say pick up a phone. Okay, maybe if they're in their 20s, you can text them. Or whatever, but I say pick up the phone because I don't want you to just email people. That's not personal. That's not really intentional. That's just a quick throwaway. Same goes for just liking their comment on social media or something like that. That really doesn't count. So you really have to make that effort. And I'm going to give you guys homework. All right. I want you to think about 3 people from your past. Could be friends, could be business contacts, could be past clients. Could even be former BNI members that aren't with us anymore. But just think of 3 people, and over the next week, I want you to make that intentional effort to reconnect with them. And I'm not talking about a sales call. I'm not talking about calling them with a sales pitch. I'm talking about just calling them just to talk, just to try to reestablish that relationship and get back on track with them. Don't worry, I'm not gonna call on you next week. I'm not gonna ask you to hand in your work. But I'm willing to bet that if you take this challenge seriously, we'll all see the results in the VP report. That's it for today, my friends. Until next time, you've been educated.